before we start.
What?
Or unquote.
Look, I forgot about the shaders, brother. Could happen to anyone. How you guys been? Been like 2 days.
I've been going in recently. Not that I have to go in, but I feel like they don't give a shit anymore about employee morale, so I don't want to like fuck around and find out what happens. So
Hmm.
it's been chill. Like yesterday was crazy. I mean, like the drive like into work. I don't drive all the way to work, but the drive just to the train station and stuff.
Yeah.
Damn, man, it was not like it wasn't tough or nothing, but uh, we Jug bought a dining. Yeah, we bought a dining table today, and then we have a want in terms of how long the delivery will take. And then after that, and we already bought a TV, a pretty good one too. Um, well, at least I think it's good, but I don't know. We'll see once we like plug it in and figure it out. But the reviews are good. Um, we need a TV stand though, but that shouldn't be too bad. And then
Wall mounted.
no, I'm not gonna wall mount in a rental.
That's fair.
I like he did say they don't have a problem, but then they would want us to like patch it up and everything, and I'm like, I rather not. I don't even know how to wall mount on first of all, so getting to the point of wall
I
mounting
can
it
wall
off
mount
and
the
then
TV though.
patching
It's
it.
not that. It's not that difficult.
Well, like look, like Max were staying there, not Max, sorry, like again wall mounting this, maybe not again, just overall for a rental, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Like not just
Fair.
because it would be like I don't know how to do it. It just
The aura,
you
brother.
never know, right? Yeah, I know the aura, but I'd rather have the
And also
aura in my house.
you're more real estate.
Huh?
More real
Theoretically, you have more
estate.
real estate.
True. You don't
Mm,
have to worry about a TV stand.
that's fine. I don't know. We're not really having a lot of stuff in our place. We're not like a maximalist type of vibe, honestly. So,
All right.
um, but yeah, now we're just looking at like cheaper things that we can maybe get, or like find things that are certain. Like I think I was explaining last time, like things like dresser cabinets and all that. Find that in like you know secondhand or like cheaper, like things that are unreasonably expensive, like like side tables or bedside tables, like
Mm.
those are like $100 almost. I'm like, what? Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, um, it's a small table, but yeah, like those type of things if you can find like for 20, $30.
You just checking like Facebook Marketplace or not?
We are the issue with Facebook Marketplace is a lot of those things sell out like instantly and during work days. Like no one can really go pick it up. Like my mom doesn't drive a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like she drives it like locally. So unless it's in Chestermere, and even if she could, I don't think like if certain things are heavy, she's not gonna be able to lift it up anyway. So it becomes really limited to the weekends, I guess. So yeah, we'll see.
Fair.
But it's been going good. We're going for the Gary, join my game. We're going for the inspection check tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Saturday. Then we get keys on Saturday, and then Sunday we're gonna like take our parents and stuff to go view it for the first time. I was supposed to get a call from TELUS, but they never called me today. So I'm gonna call them tomorrow to figure out my internet situation, which I already have figured out, but just like actually call a technician and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, get that set up because again, like I have Monday off next week, but then did we fight the vault by the way in this already? Yeah, we did.
I think
Okay.
we did. Yeah.
Yeah, like we don't like if they wanted, I don't know. I remember like when we got Shaw in our place, but this was like I think during like COVID or New Year, like a year later. But it became very difficult to actually like book a time for a technician. So I'm hoping it's not the same, but again, we're not letting live there until like December 5th or 6th. So, you know, if we can get someone in before then, that would be good.
I did this
But
technician. Technician come pretty quickly, but the problem is the call center or the middleman.
the call, well, the last time I called, it connected like right away. So,
Well, I called before and it took I think hours.
really? Where
It was like
who'd you
freaking like
call?
2 months ago.
Oh, that's surprising. Yeah, I don't-
Support.
oh no, well I guess that might be the issue with support. Like I'm calling this like the customer acquisition line, which I'm assuming they probably have more people on. So, but yeah, I know. I like. Hopefully, that's good to hear that the technician doesn't take too long, because that's what I was worried about. Wasn't it like take weeks? No weeks. But, like, at least-
Like a day, like 1 day after the call.
All right, that's good to hear then. Okay, I will. I'll give him a call tomorrow, and then hopefully get something booked for Monday then. Oh, by the way, in the game, I'm just mainlining the. You still had the bug in the pre, like the skill point thing.
I just put them in, so I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Were they? But when you when you were in, it was unallocated.
Like, it was unallocated, but I still had skills, so... Yeah, I think the bug
Dang,
was
man,
like
that is insane.
Every means.
You're like, you know what?
It might be something in your setting, man. Is it like
But why would it-
reset skills?
What the hell you mean it's a setting? That's insane.
I don't know, man. Like,
This
it could
shit
be a
costs
setting.
money. to
Free
reset
respect.
normally.
Free respect.
I don't want the free respect, brother.
Let me help you find your path.
Well,
I'm
you
just
almost
gonna
we're
do
almost
main
high
mission
level.
stuff
Nothing
because
can stand in your way.
I want to do I want to do the side missions after the main missions. We actually have XP to grind for the specialization trees.
Alright.
Also, yeah, vault cards are out now in the game. The DLC is out, but I think we have to beat the game to access it. Like, it's free, by the way. So they're gonna add a 5th one in the package, but the one that I was releasing today is now free forever. So, and then some of the updates are kind of chill. Like the loot, like the thing now, when you filter it, it doesn't change the filter back to the thing, like the default one, which is manufacturer, which is like a filter setting no one's ever used in their life in Borderlands.
I could see it used, brother.
And
I got the gun, whatever the how's that shit?
You really
even
care
called?
about what manufacturer?
Yeah, the thing that makes like Atlas guns bounce or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is that
TDRs.
overall? Yeah, maybe TDRs. Is that overall
TDR
or
guns, yeah.
just a single part? I don't remember.
Well, TDR guns have that effect, right? Is your game like laggy on the
Yep.
stream or for you as well?
It seems okay
Like-
for me. Just the stream's kind of shit.
The stream is okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah. Anyways, how have you guys been? Chill, not chill?
You know, work.
Work's been.
It's been, shitty.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's normal though. The work.
Yeah.
Is it shitty like you calling it shitty, or has it actually been shitty?
No, just me. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Envy is calling guard because they use AI. That's why Envy hates the AI.
Dude, I gotta find
Oh,
a
are you guys
job
getting
that
the
can't be
push?
helped by AI, man. That's what I gotta find.
we've been told to like we've been like being told to use AI more and more.
It's annoying as hell. I got people like, oh, AI is so good, I don't have to think about like what I'm doing. I just need to check that it did it right. Come on, brother, you're not thinking about it. You don't know if it's doing it right. You know what I mean?
No,
Yes.
I know. Like
Yeah,
that's the biggest issue I have. Like I've fed well, I've asked the AI generic questions, right? So like, for example, it was like Canada's oil output and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it'll tell me a number, and then I'm like, okay, like what's the source? And it'll be like, it won't come up, or it'll be like the shittiest source ever. Like, like I get that it would pull up a source, but the source is not reputable. Is
Yeah.
my point. You know, and that changes a whole lot of it. Like if I wanted to use any number, I'm not saying it's weird then, cause like. You know, then it gets into this whole discussion about like, are we going to have AI be like a filtration tool as well, which is not really true AI at that point. But like, I also don't want to like have to fact check the thing I'm searching for, because then I would just do it in one go. You know, which is only like search it myself and then only look at the result of the things that I know are reputable, rather than pull from everything. If that makes sense.
Do they say AI can't be? Sometimes the AI is lying.
Yeah, that's the issue,
stolen?
man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to use something that has to like clarify the fact that it's lying sometimes. Like that shit, I don't want to. I don't want to like do the prompt, make sure, and then also have to do the fact checking. Like if I have to fact check, why wouldn't I just search it myself the first time? Like that, I'm not saying I'm lazy to fact check, but if I have to do the fact checking, that's like 80% of the job right there to make sure the information's correct. Like why would I not do that from the get-go then? Why would I even get AI to search? I don't see the benefit of that. Like I feel like that's even more inefficient than just doing the search myself.
Yeah,
But
shit kind of ass all over. You guys invested in the stock
Yeah.
market?
I only do ETFs. I am not single stock. I was in Nvidia until last year, but then I got out. And honestly, it hasn't gone up much since I got out. So
Oh, fair. I'm just saying, the whole stock
But-
market held up by like just AI. I don't know if a lot of people are noticing
yeah,
this, but
there's a video I watched. I watched it quite a bit. He's a Canadian. I think I talked about him before. He's a Canadian like financial advisor. Like he actually I think works for the company that Ben Felix works for, who is like a very popular like financial advisor in Canada. Like when I say that, he's like not like a guru, but he has like an actual daytime job, but then he puts out like educational like studies and like videos and all that type of stuff. Pretty good actually, like content wise if you're into that type of stuff. But he was talking about the similarities of the dot-com bubble and what are people thinking is an AI bubble?
Yeah.
Which I'll preface, I also think it's a bubble. I'm not saying that just because I'm being contrarian. Like I do think it's a bubble, but some of his points point to the fact that like, is it a bubble or not? Well, by the way, his main point was it is a bubble, yes, but it is significantly less dangerous of a bubble currently. Let's just like currently than what the dot-com bubble was. I think like. I don't want to misquote any of the stats because like I mean it's not like anyone watches their videos, but like I think he said like during the dot-com bubble like over like 30% of the companies were like insolvent like within a year, but in the current AI bubble, so this is related to the tech, not just any company, but in the current AI like boom, I think he said only like less than like 10% are insolvent, which is like. There's other healthy indicators. Obviously, there's other non-healthy indicators. But yeah, you're not wrong. Like, stock market's held up by like 7 companies right now who are all only investing in each other because, they are, like, I guess the only ones that have money on hand.
Yeah.
But I will say one part which it did click with me. Nvidia, like to the point of Nvidia, like it is basically becoming in a weird way, an incubator of its own technology, even though it doesn't need to function like that. It's like it's not like people want to call it artificial demand, but it's paying companies to buy its chips so they can integrate AI into their workflows. But by doing so, it's creating demand, like future demand. If this shit is real, which I mean, if you are like Mr. Nvidia, you would hope that it's real, right? Like you're not gonna be like, let me spend all this money just so I can trick people into losing their money. Like, they're betting their money.
I don't think Nvidia cares, bro. They're selling the shovels and the pickaxes, brother. I don't think they care.
No, but that's what I'm
real or
saying.
not.
They're telling people to dig holes as well currently.
Yeah.
That's why they're
It's the hole
like,
digger MFers that have too much. It just got too much.
No, but the hole digger MFers don't realize that you don't need to dig every hole. But people, I think that's what people aren't focused on. I think people are focused on the fact that like there's like Nvidia telling people to dig holes, which is the idea of like it's creating demand by getting companies to create buy orders for its own chips. Basically by investing in them. That it's weird, but I don't think it's that weird. Again, it could be money laundering. Again, I don't think Nvidia needs to money launder ever. Not like shilling for a company, but like if we're at the point where Nvidia needs to money launder, then yes, the whole world is a sham, alright? But if the people that are taking these investments, and then just digging any hole is the issue. I think you're right, like I think you got it right. Like it's people that are just creating these, data centers or creating these, .ai things, AI for your piss, like track your, like that type of shit. Like is there a demand for AI? I think there is. You know, I think that you could actually implement AI like as a tool if done properly. Is it being done properly? Not at all. And also, I don't think it's being implemented in the correct things. You know, this isn't like a job protection thing. Like, I think AI, if it was done well, could actually help me in my job quite a bit. It would take a lot of the tedium out of my job, and I can actually do like, you know, cool research if I wanted to. But you know, like it just doesn't allow for that currently. You know, like I said, I don't want to have to use AI and then fact check the AI that I use, if that makes sense. So, but is the demand where it's at right now? Oh, not at all. Like that is like fake demand, which I know I just said I think is a right strategy, but like it can't be this much fake demand. You know, like you can like kind of go off the runway a bit, but you can't go off the runway like what people are doing now, in my opinion. But
I'm the
yeah,
same.
like the economy
with,
could like Nvidia posts like insane results, and then the market goes down the next day,
Yeah.
which is like it's insane to think about.
I'm just saying, like, OpenAI's ass is in mega debt, right? And if they go down, it's taking a lot of people with them, you know?
Yeah, they have not been profitable at all ever. Which, you know, signing like $500 billion deals is kind of weird, but I don't know.
It's insane.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Google guy just like Sundar Pichai, I think. Yeah, he himself is like, yeah, the investment in AI has gone a little crazy. I'm like, that's not a good sign. When one of the leading companies. Also, I found out that Google, like, weirdly enough, also Google does not need Nvidia for its AI push. Because it has its own like tech, like it doesn't rely on proprietary tech for like AI modeling or AI or LLM like learning stuff. So the fact that a company that isn't dependent on the shovel sellers that is coming out and being like, hey, we think it's crazy, which I guess now that I think about it, they're probably just being like, you know, like, hey, our tech is crazy good, but still, it's not a good sign that one of the big.
They have enough data. They have enough data from us.
Well, they do, yeah.
The
But it's not
training
even just
shit's
about
so
data,
hard.
it's about the tech, though. Like,
Yeah.
if it was just about data, then, like, Apple would have made an AI model that would have been the best one ever. You know, it's actually the tech that goes into it, I mean, which is... I guess NVIDIA bet big early on, and they're early, at least, you know. But I don't know if other companies are catching up. Well, like, I guess NVIDIA's throwing the processing power. The tech, I don't know, like, OpenAI and, like, all the Chinese ones are... I really don't know who is the lead right now in terms of the cost per learning. That's not a real term, but I'm just gonna call it that. So
Yeah. I guess
It's
Google.
probably China.
It might be.
it is. I read a Substack just a couple months ago about this Chinese model. I think I talked about it when we were playing Borderlands 3, where it claims, which we did talk about this. I remember we were playing like 3, and then it claimed that it's reduced the cost of like learning by like almost tenfold, and then someone was like, okay, can you show us the results, and then they never came out with the results like publicly. So but yeah, no, I think that's a weird way to say that. I still do think China is probably in the lead in the actual like race currently.
They might be. I think they also like are getting throttled by, you know, not having chips, but whatever.
Yeah.
Small issue.
It's the two other things, right? Like I think US is throttled, like they're restricting hardware access for China so they can catch up with the software side of it. But then China already has the software side of it probably not figured out, but like I was just saying for the sake of the ease of this conversation, it has it figured out, but they don't have the hardware to run the software currently. So but who knows, you know, like is it true AI? Like I you know, me and you talk about this a lot, like or we all talk about it, is it true AI? I don't think nobody gives a shit actually anymore. Like if it is considered true AI or if it's just like predictive text, you know, which are two very different things.
Yeah, I think a lot
as someone
of
that's
people,
not like technologically inclined, but yeah.
I think a lot of people.
Is
are fine
it
with
a
it.
sentient at that point? Is the right word sentient?
It's.
I
I mean, I guess
Because the word is artificial learning. It is learning artificially.
artificial
Not
intelligence.
really.
Intelligence though isn't.
No.
The
Yeah,
intelligence,
it's
it's not, no,
intelligence,
so like learning is like, to me, okay, this is, again, I don't know the like, I'm not saying this is the real definition of learning, but to me, like, learning would be if, I just sound, like, it's hard to put into words without sounding like the dumbest person alive, but like, when, quote unquote, the AI is turned off, it is using that time to improve itself, you know? I like, when we do learning, we don't do at least I'll speak for myself. Like when I'm learning about a topic I like, I'm not only learning it in the moment of the test being given, which is the question being asked, right? I'm learning it proactively in the background, which I don't think AI does right now.
It
Like it just
I
has
guess like all of its learning is active, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it intelligence because it's just using. It's just math. Like it's not. I wouldn't call that smart. I don't know.
What do you mean it's just math?
Like it's just matrix multiplication in the end. Like that's all.
That doesn't like.
Oh,
expand
okay.
on
That's
it.
okay. Look, all that this AI shit is like, you give it, for example, some text, right? It converts
Okay,
that text into some sequence of numbers, right?
Yeah.
However it does it, it might map a word to a specific like ID or something, but it's still a number, right?
Okay.
Like the might be number 1 or some shit, right? So you just have like an array of numbers, right?
Okay.
And then you feed that into this big. It's just matrix. It's a vector times a matrix. I mean, I guess. So like the matrix part is just the AI. It's just you would just like you are just multiplying it, but I don't know what's a good.
But then,
analog
but
for
like
this.
the issue. Okay, so this is like this isn't me being like DAE. This is more me being ignorant. Even if it was like going back to Gary's point with the sentience and all that, if it was true learning, wouldn't it still need to do all that? Like in your mind, what would make it true AI? Like doesn't all coding of like computer like chip-based knowledge need to do the zeros and ones stuff? Like is there anything that could be done differently, like that is considered AI then? If that
let's
makes
see.
sense as a question, I don't know if I like if that. Like I'm just saying, like even if it was true AI, wouldn't it still be doing that? Like how is your definition gonna change it from being, like it's a computer at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how it's learning, that it's gonna have to run the process though that way, right?
I guess. I don't know. I guess the learning shouldn't just be like, here's like the solution to this problem, like memorize it kind of thing. Because it's not
That's what I was
connecting any
getting at.
dots. It's just
Yes. Yeah.
it's basically memorization. If it gets something wrong, it'll update its internal matrix a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it might
It'll
be
eliminate
more
that.
correct,
Yeah.
maybe. Might be more likely to
it's-
get that question right. It could also be worse at other things now.
It's Akinator, bro. It's Akinator.
I don't know what the hell Akinator is doing. That shit is actually like a little bit magic. I don't know what the hell they got.
Dude, we did Mr. Peanut as one of them.
Yeah.
It took like almost 80 questions. It got it right. It was
That's-
fucking. I got Mr. Peanut right.
That's kind of crazy. You can like imagine shit that doesn't exist. It'll still. I mean, it'll call you out. I think is what happens. But still.
It calls you out. Yeah.
That's-
But the fact that they got Mr. Peanut right is insane to me.
Mr. Peanut's stupid ass kid or whatever. Try that with Akinator. See if he gets it.
We did, and
Oh, shit.
they got it right even quicker. But we also knew how to answer the question. We weren't fake getting the questions wrong, but like we were being stupid because we didn't understand some of the
Yeah.
syntax of the question. So
Stop
like
kidding.
we're like, but he got it. That's why it took him a while. But then when we got it the second round, we did Mr. Peanut's kid. He got it like in 20 questions. I don't know if he knew that we were going for a
Yeah,
peanut
this is
theme,
Peanut
but
Pills audience. It's gonna be
Yeah.
this.
this is the peanut gallery. We are.
Ooh.
But that's a sick term, by the way.
Peanut
Peanut
gallery?
gallery.
What do they call it though? You think they were just
I don't know.
people throwing peanuts? Yo, is that the original
Dude.
popcorn? Is people eating
Ancient
peanuts?
popcorn. Yeah, I think that's why it might be peanut gallery because they were throwing popcorn.
That's, you know
You
what?
might be onto something. How did I get that? Oh, there's a place.
In the gallery, throwing it.
That's good. That's good. But I think the AI thing, like the joke about AI being actually Indian, there's another layer of that joke.
Yeah.
Where in India the most common way to learn is just memorization and not actually learning. So there's like actually like a 2-layer deep joke of AI just being a pure memorization game
God
right now.
damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't consider that AI either. Like, I don't think just memorizing every answer is learning. You know, like, what learning is to me is what you pointed out, which is connecting the dots. So, like, if I was to ask, what is the oil supply in Canada in 2024, right? It should know already what sources are considered accurate, you know, and what sources aren't. This is very high level I'm talking about, you know. Then it should consider, okay, well, when we talk about oil supply, what is the traditional meaning of that word versus what is the conventional meaning of that word? You know, these are things that we think that we need to learn, but these are things that come intrinsically to us as humans. As you learn additional things, like if I talk to you guys about, like, give me the definition of oil supply, you will need to go and learn that. There's no arguing that. But then when you learn it, you won't like you understand, like, that you need to learn it, you know. Like, AI is just going to be like, okay, the term oil supply could mean like A, B, C, and D, and it'll give, like, it'll memorize all of them. But when you read that, you'll probably see that, okay, the way that oil supply is described in these different texts or in the different publications or articles is, you know, as B. You guys will then be like, okay, well, intrinsically we're gonna always like go to B now as the definition of oil supply. And yeah, you might run into people and be like, oh, that's not the definition of oil supply I have, but then they'll give you their definition of, like, oh, I did remember learning about that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think, like, that's what AI isn't currently, which is it doesn't go through those layers of checks that the human brain does. And there's an even argument about human versus computer. Like, if I could get robot eyes, I 100% would, you know. But I think right now, like I said, I don't think people give a shit anymore. Like, this isn't actually AI, or I don't even think this is close to AI. I think we're getting further and further away with every iteration. You know, like the what they're iterating on is how much it can. It's a storage game, in my opinion. At the end of the day, like, how much can you store and then eliminate? You know, like, if you start, like, back in the day with one thing or two things and you can eliminate one, but you could by default have two wrong things stored, right? But now if you can start with 1,000,000 things stored and then eliminate faster and faster and faster to get to the answer, then yeah, your model's going to be worth more. But again, like I said, I have no knowledge on the technology and everything, but that's what it just seems like to me, that it just stores everything about every topic, and then all people value is the speed right now. But I think it's going to get a real issue, and people already have pointed this out, like with, you know, this isn't even new, but with, like, law and everything, where they've been using AI to cut, like, junior positions out and everything, but AI is making up cases to, like, lead into the answer that the prompt writer is putting the prompt in, right? So, like, looking for. So, like, that's already an issue where it's just faking it, you know, because that's what it thinks it needs to do. Like, that's not what learning is, you know? Like, you can't say that this is a real, like, it should know better than faking a law case, you know? Like, as a human, you would know that there's no merits to that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's when it becomes true AI, when it knows the actual bounds of, I guess, reality. I know that sounds like a very heady statement, but I think that's what it is, really.
Yeah.
The Will Smith video, though.
What?
The Will Smith come with the
Eating
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's improving.
I mean, yeah, but, like, if you just have 200 videos of Will Smith eating spaghetti, eventually some of them are gonna look good, I think. I don't know.
Is that not learning?
Is that learning? I don't know.
Well, would you call the monkeys, like, the paradox? Like, you give enough monkeys like, was it? Or you give, is it enough monkeys and enough typewriters, they'll write Shakespeare?
Something like
Is
that,
that learning?
And a sharp tongue to boot.
Million
You
monkeys
call
type shit.
Shall I bounce them too?
Like, would you call, like, you wouldn't call that learning either. It's just that you had enough raw power and then you lucked into it. I think that's what AI. I'm not saying AI is exactly like that, but that's, I think, the starting point of AI, which is that whole thing where it's like, it has enough monkeys and it has enough power, and it's just raw throughput. I don't think it's taking actual, like, logical lines to get to the answer. I think it's just going through every possibility.
Kind
The
of.
answer.
I mean, it is. Is there logic? Look, if you count math as logic, yeah. And also, I'll like read a paper on this shit so I actually understand it better. But I know it is just numbers at the core. Sadly.
I mean,
What do you-
true
what do
and
you-
false
what-
is a logical thing.
Is math logical though? Like I guess, but
What's your pleasure?
Wait, no, I'm confused. What do you mean? What are you saying?
look again. All it is it's numbers into some equation, right? Is
Yeah.
what AI is, and then the input and output just happen to be like readable text at the end of the day, right? But it's just based off some equation, and if you
I used to be the most expensive
have the
hit
wrong
in 6
input
galaxies.
or it's wrong, you're gonna get the wrong answer, you know?
Sometimes old age comes.
Yeah, but like that's the limitation
What
on.
got you out of the Hitman game?
This would be a weird statement. Isn't that the limitation? I think you're again limiting it to its weirdly its biological factors. You know, like us as humans, we have like the ability to synthesize actual words and speak out words as well. So that's why we don't say it in numbers. You know,
Oh yeah,
or
like AI
equations.
can only do what's known,
AI
I
can,
guess.
it's limited by the fact that it doesn't have the ability. I think that's where
That's
I was
true.
trying
Yeah.
to point.
It can't make new
like,
ideas.
Yes, yeah, like we
Or if it
like
does, they're just wrong, kind of shit.
that's the point I'm getting at. Like when you know, for example, like
Kind of a sex
If I was to
dungeon
say
vibe
that,
right
like-
now. Not a problem. I just wanted to say it.
like unicorns are real. Like me, you, and Gary have this argument this whole time. I'm like, yeah, unicorns are real. I've seen it. Whatever. We all know they're not real. You know.
That whole
I think
sentence
when
was
you're talking about an AI, it will keep arguing the fact that they are real. Now, is it actually learning if the model eventually is quicker to say that, okay, based on the facts they're not real? I don't think that's learning. That's just called like eliminating like the idea of like, or eliminating the things that are wrong. Like that's not really learning. It's just like getting to the right answer faster. I don't know. That to me is not learning. Like I said, it should already. It does. Like I'm not saying it has to be right every time because again, humans aren't right every time on the first go. But basic logical things should not cause AI like it shouldn't have to run through like, well, unicorns could be real. Have you considered that they have like, you know, like there have been creatures with horns in them and they could have been mistaken for a unicorn? Like that's not the argument. Like if someone brought that up to you and be like, hey, like what if someone saw a narwhal and they thought that was a unicorn? You would fucking never talk to them again because they're a crazy person. You know, like unless it's Gary. But you know, like with AI, like, you know, people are like, oh shit, it's learning. Like, no, it's not. It's basically what, unfortunately, the bum is on the side of their street, you know?
Yeah.
But even worse, because the bum on the side of the street doesn't take a lake's worth of water
It's true, it's true.
to output the idea that you need to wear tinfoil hats so the 5G towers don't get to you.
Yeah.
All he needs is just, like,
Already, my lasses.
a bottle of Hennessy.
I sure hope so.
Probably cheaper than the lake full of water.
Only go
But,
underground to pop up and chomp me.
But anyways, that's the thing. Like I don't know. I don't think, like I said, originally
Just covered in treasure, Slover.
wait, hold up.
Now,
Give me 1 second.
Sophia, Liz,
You play a fetch with that thing. You place it on one of these Ripper catapults, she'll banjax the thing to bits just to reach it. Just, get well out of the way. Follow this tunnel out. It'll lead you straight to the catapults. Ha! These Ripper chancers...
I don't think AI is the next like. Well, I guess they didn't even. It's weird to say this because I feel like the market correction that happened from these things weren't as bad. Like what do they call it? Fucking NFTs and like crypto. Like, you know, I don't think like, well, I mean, I didn't lose money, but I also don't think the stock market really like crashed too much with like when those things came out to be busts. But I think weirdly enough AI will be less of a scam than like crypto and NFTs, but the market adjustment will be more severe. But it's just because how much leverage is gone into AI. You know, like I think it's still way more productive than those two things I mentioned. And the only reason I mentioned those two is because I think that's like the most recent two that I can think of that were considered like, you know, like quote unquote tech advances, you know, blockchain and all that type of shit. Holy fuck, man. 2020, 2021, you know how many proposals I read about using the blockchain to like take your piss from toilet A to toilet B? Like, we're gonna revolutionize like like your colonoscopy appointments and all that shit with the blockchain. I'm like, dude, you don't, it's the same thing. Like, it was actually the same thing. Like, if you were in any kind of like government job or like a VC funding job, think of anything in this world, it had a blockchain aspect, like right away. Like literally, like someone's gonna bring you the bun on a blockchain, and someone's gonna bring you the glizzy on a blockchain, and on the third blockchain will be a hot dog, and it'll be all anonymous. You know, like that's what AI is going towards, like in a weird way right now, where like everything needs to be AI. But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be more useful in that type of stuff. But I also think that like people expect it to be, you know, I can't even say like I think people expect it to be like as revolutionary as like cell phones and internet. But to the point where they expect it to be that revolutionary right away. Like it even took like the internet and the cell phone to like actually catch on. Like it wasn't like the fucking internet came out and people were like, oh shit, the world's different.
Yeah.
Like it took until like 05 or like at least a decade or so, I'm pretty sure if I'm not wrong, before like the World Wide Web became like synonymous like to every household in the world, you know. But people don't have that patience. I think that's the biggest like weirdly enough, that's the uphill battle that AI is facing. That people expect it to be, I mean, we're talking about it like that as well, at least I am. But people expect it to be good right away. Like it needs to do exactly what it is actually meant to do in 10 years from now, after it's found its use cases, after it's found its you know,
Toys in place. Now
after like the models have gone better, there's been regulations to like improve usability of it and all that type of stuff, you know. Like is there any valuation to AI models that generate like, I don't, this is gonna sound like a horrible take, but is there any valuation to AI models that generate porn? I mean, I see, this is what I mean. Like like is there any real valuation? Like not at all. But like is there actual like value to people that like want a jacket? Like 100%, you know. Like, but is there gonna be, should there be regulations placed? Like 100%, you can't just be making AI porn of like people in real life, man. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not even gonna get into the ethics of like AI porn of non-existent people, but like it should be an obvious answer that you
That would be
should
better.
not
I
be
think that would be better.
What?
Not real people.
I mean, the thing is,
I mean,
that
like,
they're all real people because it's all taken from
It's
real
composite
people.
of real people, yeah.
You got some
like,
parts of everyone in there, man.
Yeah.
Alice desperately wants her bowl
Some
back.
parts of everyone in there. No, that's
So
not
there's-
Like, yeah, is that one AI song?
Say that again, sorry?
There's an AI song that's on the Billboard, I think, right?
Is there?
Yeah, that's
There
because
was-
Billboard is actively a funder of that company. like,
No.
like, yeah, Billboard is like one of the investors of that Timberland like venture or whatever. It's like to make like AI artists.
Yeah,
I've not heard the song, so I don't know what the artist.
But then that art, the crazy thing is that yes, that it was fed database from like writers. So again, if the writers already wrote the songs, why not just use the songs that were written to make actual songs?
Yeah.
Like, why use those songs to feed a database? See, that's not learning. Like, I don't know how you would classify that as learning. You know, like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be given the answer and then be told to figure out how to, like, I don't know, like, that's so weird. Like, you're given everything, like, AI is just nepotism, bro. I think that's what people, like, that's why rich people love it. It justifies their nepotism. Like, you're given all the tools and the trade, and then you still kind of end up like shit at the thing that you were destined to be.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Whereas a kid from like the favela is like 100 times better than you just by sheer determination. But no, like I think like again like there is like a lot. Like AI in like 10, 15 years will actually have like a proper use case, and we're gonna all be like, oh, remember when we used AI to like make songs? I fucking hope we say that. But like AI in medical, like, you know, like I think like AI in medical should be like useful if it's done well, like helping identify quicker like diagnosis and like elimination of like potential like there's like symptoms that you get, and a lot of symptoms can lead to a lot of like being diagnosed with many things, right? And that's not a doctor being bad. It's just symptoms have like not everything has like one symptom like dedicated for it, right?
Like that's good. I mean, there are specific AIs for that, but like I don't think just feeding your shit into like ChatGPT is good. You should.
No, like, yeah, no, 100%.
Like there's a handcrafted AI. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese, but like its original purpose was like if you give it a picture of shit and then it'll be like this person's trying to not shit like products.
Yeah.
And like at a bakery, and it'll be like, hey, this person's buying 2 of this type of bread or whatever, right? Based off an image.
Okay.
Like that pretty simple AI, but it got adapted to be able to like detect cancer cells, like really early.
See? Yeah.
Like insanely early. Like that's good use. It is just image recognition and like some pattern matching, but it's something that humans don't have the skill or time to do, I guess, right?
Yeah, like the actual amount of time required to do what you just said,
and
it can be put towards something better.
And in the end, you have like one guy who knows how to do that thing, but like the AI can just be used.
But then that's the thing, like back in the day, that one guy, or let's say like the skill of that would require, like so I guess this is the thing, like where Juck works as an optician, there's a machine called what's it called? It's to make the glasses, like the actual lenses, like sanding it down and like fixing it. I forgot the name of it, but it's a very technical machine. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of like feedstock in it in terms of like water and sand. And clearly, water and sand in a mechanical machine, things could go wrong. Plus, you're like grinding things down, so it could like lead to like small chunks flying out everywhere and things like that. So my whole point being, it's not that the machine goes bad. It's gone good, but like. There's one guy in all of Canada that knows how to fix it, and he's based out in Ontario. Now, I'm not saying AI can become like it can give you the technical skills or something like that. I'm just using it as an analog to what you're saying, which is like there are jobs which are highly specialized where sometimes you can't. Like there are, like, do I want, for example, the answer to longer wait times in my opinion, like at hospitals and everything, is not lessening the standards for doctors. But it might be that, giving them tools like AI to make their, now granted, this means that the AI has to be good, obviously. I hope that is clear. But if they're able to use AI and they can see patients quicker, or they can go through more patients, then, that could help with the wait time crisis, while also not lowering the standards so that, potentially worse doctors or more green doctors are coming out, of college or their studies, but like, see, like that's the thing, like there are skills, there are jobs. I was actually going to point to like even in if it actually does get cheap ever, or like reasonable to like price in terms of resources and everything, play like third world countries with infrastructures and everything. Again, I'll just use India as an example, like for like bridge building or like all that type of stuff, like having like AI for structural integrity checks and all that type of stuff, or like better schematics and everything, like I think that's useful. Like how long would it take one guy to do that? It would take him a while, even if he's good, but like getting AI to generate multiple, and then you can have that one guy like kind of do process of elimination rather than just like put the pressure on getting the one like drawing right, just because there is like a time pressure on these things, right, with infrastructure projects. So you can use the AI to like speed up the process of finding the right design. I don't know if it can be used like this, but I think this is what I envision as an application. Like it does the I guess the AutoCAD part, right, where it draws the things out. I think that's what CAD is, if I'm not wrong, or AutoCAD is. And then you have the guy's skill now not be the drawing, but then figuring out like, is this a feasible design? Yeah, there will be maybe some designs out of, like, let's say MiX-24 that like are funky, but maybe 3 or 4 of them are good, and then you can like the time it takes to draw a drawing is for a human is like, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks, like best. This is an estimate, but now you have like 3 drawings to work with, and figure out which one is the best one for your material cost, your timeline, your structural integrity, and all that type of stuff. Like those type of like purposes are I think really helpful. Even like again, this isn't even like, oh, my job can't use AI. No, my job could use AI. Like if I could use AI reliably to fact check data and numbers that are being posted by people and like, you know, by people with media accounts and everything. I'm not gonna name names, but it would be helpful actually, you know, to like use it, but it's just not there because it can't learn. It just doesn't learn. If I was to ask it today what the oil supply is, and if I was to ask it tomorrow what the oil supply is, it'll go through the same line of thinking. You know, if I ask you today, and then ask you like tomorrow, with the idea that you went to learn about it, you won't be. If I ask you today, you're gonna be like, I don't know. And if I ask you tomorrow, you would have some kind of idea.
Yeah.
I don't think AI gets an idea on that. Like, I don't think it knows. Like, it starts from the same point. Like, you'll go from A to B, but AI will stay at A, in my opinion. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong, but at least the way I've noticed it, it doesn't seem to improve in like that way, like from one person's knowledge. Whereas humans, like, you know, like if you were telling me something about computers, I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that makes sense because you are the computer guy, and I trust you to give me the right knowledge, not some fake knowledge through your lines. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm
I heard from a friend now that people do prompt engineering, you create your own model. Like bunch of other models.
Well, you can.
for software.
You can kind of make the model react a certain way to you, I think, right?
Yeah, they'd be probably more accurate.
Yeah, you can. Well, it's not gaslighting, but it's kind of gaslighting, I guess.
Sorry, what is this?
Like you can be like, I don't know, what's an example, Gary?
Why do you have two guys up by the way?
Yeah, why you not have two guys? Right?
You have three?
Like what? They're illusions, but they attack like the main one.
Those guys not losing
Every time my shit resets, I'm going different skill tree.
I'm gonna get out
my
of here.
build is.
You guys
I'll
know.
never know what my build is.
No, when a friend talk about this, I cannot understand it. It's too complicated to understand.
I see. Okay, well sometimes people will be like, hey, you're like a good therapist who does this type of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then every answer it gives you will be like with that lens, I guess, right? Nothing is true in this. It just, you've just made it react to your questions in a certain way. But I don't know, some people are some people like that.
Oh, I know what you. Oh, like you give it basically a role. Is
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yeah, there's like dudes out here cheating on their spouses with it type shit.
Yeah, like 100%. Aren't there like, yeah, like
Check it out, my computer.
you can
girlfriend
tell it
that
to act a certain
resets
way. Yes. Yeah,
every
yeah.
month.
That's where the Rippers are focusing their assault.
That shit kind of cringe, man. Just get away for whatever.
But that's not also learning, man. I don't. How is that learning if it's just putting on a mask, isn't it? At that point, like.
I guess so.
Like if
Yeah.
you say act like a good therapist, it's not like only honing in on the med. Like, maybe I'm going too hard on like it's not learning. Maybe my definition of learning is very narrow-minded. I could be like that as well. But if you're telling, like if I come to you, right? Then granted, like it doesn't work because then it changes the whole game. Okay. If I come to you and I'm like, okay, give me this answer, but as an economist, you'd be like, what do you mean? Like, you would have to go and
Starting my response with as an economist and then just lying.
yeah, like that, and then what am I supposed to be like? Oh yeah, just because you said that's correct. Like, how do I know? You know, like, what are the credentials backing it up? Like, when I say to the AI, I'm like, okay, as a therapist, is it deleting or is it actually narrowing its search and like for like you know, answer giving based on therapy, or is it just presenting things in a way that a therapist would say?
I feel like it's just presentation. Like I don't think.
Yeah.
Because some of the
I don't
prompts
think
will be like, "Do not make mistakes." Like, come on, man. What do you mean,
Yeah.
do not make mistakes? Because you're talking to the mistake machine. I don't know. It'll be shit like that, man. This shit is so annoying. I just need like.
It is.
I basically don't need an assistant. You know, like I'm chill.
I see, like,
my
I think
annoying
that's,
part of it.
I don't know, well, I mean, when we're making a game, we're like, it would be nice to...
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a human, not the machine that sucks ass.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I think I'm not saying you gotta, like it, but I think you're just being given like what is the worst assistant ever, and then being told that like I said, it's nepotism. It's like your boss telling you like find some work for his nephew to do over the summer.
Yeah.
Like you have, like,
Also,
you know what I
it's
mean?
the
Like,
insane plagiarism, brother. If I ever say like, "Hey, help me build the system," it's gonna copy some like well-known system.
yeah, it's not intuitively making that.
I'm gonna
that's
get
okay,
sued by
there we
Warner
go.
Brothers, man. I built the
Yeah.
damn Nemesis system accidentally.
It's called the ranking system, and I made it after looking at Shadow of Mordor.
It's so messed up.
But that's what I mean. Like, if it like, I don't know, man. It's. But then, like, okay, when we make our game off of Vampire Survivors, are we just plagiarizing them?
We're
This
taking
is
ideas
on
for
DAE
sure, but
again.
like I don't have any
But,
idea
like-
how they actually did any of this shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
I get it.
artistic inspiration. I'm not just like word for word, pixel for pixel, like copying their shit.
Okay.
Which an AI
Yeah,
can
that's a
do.
good. Yeah, I think it's cooked. I think, you know, the world is. I think it's a little difficult, you know, to like.
I gotta find a
Yeah, I
job
don't
that's
know.
like, I don't know, dude. Manual, I guess. It's manual labor, some type of trade. We'll go
I feel
crazy.
like trades are like. Yeah, no, they're probably your best and worst best depending on which trade it is.
I can
Like,
mess with trades, I think. I don't know.
no, not for your health or anything. I mean, like, in terms of AI usage and shit like that.
Oh, I meant like something fully physical, like becoming a plumber or some shit. Electrician.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really say I gotta do. Tell me to connect the blue wire. Like,
Wouldn't that be helpful instead of
I'm
having
already
to look through
thinking
a
it, brother.
manual?
Don't even.
Rare to see someone with a spine.
AI plays. You know what's a good test for AI? Don't talk.
But I have a higher call
Or was it
to attend.
keep talking? No, was that like the exploding book game?
Yeah, keep talking and no one explodes, I think.
Any who
Yeah.
And nobody explodes? Yeah.
take the
If
rest.
AI can solve it,
I think look, the fact is it'll just memorize the stupid ass the cheat sheet, man. Come on.
yeah, but what do you mean the cheat sheet?
Like the the instruction book, the diffuser book.
Yeah, but that's what we're supposed to do as humans as well.
No, we're not. We're supposed to communicate. It's a game about communicating. It's not about.
Oh no, I get no.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
about
but
being
oh, I
perfect.
see.
It's not about just
Yeah.
having encyclopedic knowledge of the shit and then being like, I got it, boys. Just sit back while I solve the bomb. If I needed someone that could memorize something, like that's just a database, brother. Just put that shit in a database and then write some
Yeah,
nice
but the
script.
database doesn't just. I guess you're not. Yeah, I guess right now it is just database, and then you're just doing query searches. But then you're hoping that your query search gives you like a full answer instead of just like, you know, if I'm going to baseball database and like, well, give me narrow down all the list of players that hit like 30 home runs and like 150 RBIs. You know?
Yeah.
And instead of showing me everything, AI is now just telling me like in a flowery sentence, okay, like starting in 1940, the first player to do that was Hank Aaron, and there was not a single player since like, and like I guess certain times it's useful if you're writing papers and shit, but certain times if you just want raw information, it is not useful at all.
I mean, even if you're writing a paper, you can't rely on its information. All you can say is like, you know, this stat that it gave me. If you're not fact checking it right away,
Yeah,
like if you're checking it later and then you realize, oh, the fact was made up and my whole paper is cooked now
Paper's
because I
cooked.
use that as
Yeah.
like a pivotal point. Kind of over.
Okay, I think that was the
it is. Yeah, it's cooked. I don't know. I think in its current iteration, people trust it too much. But weirdly enough, I'm not saying you, but there are people, because I'm like this too. I think in its current iteration, people also dog it too much. I think there's a, well, this is like not a hot take at all, but there is definitely
Zane and I are.
a use case, but I think the use case that's being presented now for it is non-existent. And I don't think it will ever exist. But the people that are like hardline deniers about it are wrong too. I think there definitely is like appropriate use cases for what we're calling AI right now. There is like tedium tasks that could like actually save a lot of time and effort for people that could put that time and effort into something that is like, you know, at the largest sense life-saving, you know. So
This is no way to treat my guest. A toast to our hero. ran out of wine and potable water a few days ago, and all we have left
But yeah, you know,
are the fountains.
it's cool, I guess. You know, people are gonna go. I don't know. People are gonna be crazy anyways. Like, is this any stupider than the NFT one? I'll argue it's less stupid than the NFT stuff. So
Tell me just
Yeah, but ruining a lot of jobs. This all.
It's affecting like way more people than the NFT shit.
A reminder.
You could be like not even knowledgeable about AI. You could like go without even knowing that it exists and still be cooked when the stock market falls, you know?
Welcome to Carcadia.
Like through no interaction of your own.
But the
I didn't order
what the hell? Oh, did someone pick it up?
Yep.
here.
Nice.
Was it not supposed to?
Congratulations! You've purchased a Marcus Munitions Mercenary Day starter pack. Inside, you'll find everything you need to
Thanks for
celebrate
the do
the
it.
triumph of
It's
capitalism.
Christmas. What? Is this supposed to be Christmas DLC?
Basically.
It is,
For
yeah.
any concerns, contact-
Mercenary Day.
Well, not me. I'll be doing a thing that might get me slightly killed. Now get into the spirit. Spend time with friends and loved ones. Hang some decorations. Give some gifts. And no refunds. Well, that's it. Turn off the recorder, kid.
A gift exchange, huh?
Hard to get here. What the?
That's what was supposed to be endgame.
Might be kind of nice.
Happy Mercenary Day. Want to help hand out some gifts?
I actually have a minor in sociology with a focus on holiday celebrations, so I'd love to help.
Wouldn't have it any other way. See, holiday joy is exactly what the Outbounders need to distract.
I guess you're not wrong. Yeah, it's gonna affect a lot of more people.
everything.
Yeah.
How about
It
you
does
take
have
some
its
presents
uses,
from
but I
this
think the
Mercenary
uses
Day
are not where
starter
people are
pack
using it.
Hand 'em
You
out.
know?
No, exactly. Yeah, I don't
Like
think
if you
so.
want to learn the bare minimum about a subject and maybe wrong, sure, use it, I guess. If you want, or if you have knowledge in an area, you should just use your knowledge, perhaps. I don't know. Like if I wanted
think
to
the
get
ol-
into, I don't know what the hell's some shit I want to learn. That AI could help. I don't know, like essay writing for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess you
But
could.
then what would it tell you? Like, you could just... wasn't that what, like, YouTube videos and tutorials were? Like, what
It's-
is AI giving
I think
you
people
over
are.
that?
They don't got the attention for the YouTube video anymore, man.
Now, what's your
They
plans
need
for
that shit
getting
in
Factual.
sub-millisecond time. Sadly.
Yeah, but you still gotta read it. Like, it's not like beaming information right into your brain.
You should still read it. Some of the times you can just hook up the shit so that it just directly edits whatever the hell you're doing. A lot of people on my work are just putting that shit into their editor.
Really?
Write me some.
What's that? What's the
shit-ass
end
code.
game though, man? Like, what do they expect? Like, getting the job done? Like, are you guys like behind deadlines and shit?
Like pretty much
no
constantly,
offense.
but I think that's just because the deadlines are shit. You know,
Oh, okay.
it's all like promise based. Like, hey, this company wanted this, so now we said it'll be this month. Everyone, you know, get your shit together, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, our gunslinging help.
Cause I'm
Like, sure, it might help you, but it also just makes it harder to now read the code, like, as a user, right?
yeah.
And, like, reason about it, because you can't even ask the dude who wrote it, because they didn't write it, you know?
Yeah, no, I had that weirdly enough, like the human side of that, where you know, we talk about it. I guess it's funny that you bring it up. In a way, it makes it very humanized. Like when I joined my job and I was like looking through spreadsheets for some answers and all that type of stuff, it just had numbers written out. It didn't even say like columns and shit like that. And the person that did that spreadsheet initially had already left. So I'm like, what does this mean? And they're like, yeah, like we can't really tell you, so you might need to go track it down. So I had to restart all that work. Mind you, it wasn't like crazy amount of work, but you know what I mean, right? Like it was a decent amount of work. So, like, yeah, like I guess that's what the same thing is happening with AI coding.
Yeah.
You know, where like people aren't really labeling their work because, well, it's not their work. So
Yeah.
Yikes. That name's the best you could do.
Yeah, it's pretty whack.
It certainly does. And you believe this fable
I don't even think
Yeah.
people are saving that much time with the AI. They'll have some
sadly.
shit, right? It'll produce some work and then it doesn't work. So now you're just spending all day talking to this
Fixing,
bot
yeah.
instead of, you know, working. Instead of actually getting towards a solution.
It's a
You
jerk.
get bugged anyways if you're in your R field.
Wait, what was it?
You get bugged anyways.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but like on the like
You'll get bugs. People will be like, hey,
It's on the-
write a test, Mr. AI.
if I if I had the end of the day and I gave you or the AI no, if I had like 24 hours, right? 24 hours limitation, and it was between you and some person with an AI to write a code. Well, it would depend on the person using the AI, but like I would like go trust you more than
The person would get it done faster, but not necessarily better, I guess.
That's my point. Like if it was a person that's diligent about their AI use, then I would have to trust the person with the AI.
Yeah, like there's a
modeling, 'cause
whole.
I'm
There's a whole
I'm taking a
field
tool away
of-
from you. Yeah.
There's a whole field of like software design that you can't just luck into. You gotta like understand how shit works.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, like I feel like there are, like I think right now AI. It sounds funny, but it needs like its own AI for fact checking. Like
Yeah.
there needs to be an AI modeling to fact check all other AI. Like
Thanks.
and make sure things actually work the way they're intending to, based on the input or the question of, you know. But that's obviously ridiculous. I know. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I don't think, like, it's nothing. Like, I know this is reducing it to the worst thing possible, but like, it's nothing more than a calculator. Like, not like in the literal sense, but in the usefulness sense. You know, like you need to know how to use that calculator still. You know, like you can't just turn on the calculator and hope that it answers the test for you. You know? I think that's the same thing with AI. Like you can't just like turn it on and then be like, alright. Like people use it, man. People are like, what should I eat today? Like, dude, like that's not like
That's a funny use, man.
That's the 8-ball, magic 8-ball right there.
That is true. Just use the 8-ball.
it is a magic ball, yeah. Or Hackinator, yeah.
Use anything, yeah.
Yeah. But
People
like,
aren't considering the actual like the electricity and the water
yes,
usage at all.
now we haven't even started that point of view, which is the resources it takes, which your human brain takes less resources. Like even if you want to call it learning, which I'm not willing to call it learning at all right now, but let's say you were willing to call it learning, the amount of resources it takes you or a human to learn versus an AI to learn, there is zero shot that the human takes more resources to learn. I am, even if you're counting a baby to like a 24-year-old, I think it's still less water consumption overall than AI. Like there needs to be a study. Like someone needs to do a study of like an AI learning something or like giving an answer and how much like resources it consumed, and then like a human doing the same task and how much resources it consumed in its learning and delivering of the said task, you know?
Yeah. I think if you did that shit, people still would not care, brother. Sadly.
No, they don't. But that's what I meant. Like, I don't think people give a shit no more. Like, you could say anything about AI. Like, you could tell people that Donald Trump used AI to get to the Epstein Island, and it would be like, well, it's a use case. So.
I gotta get a place. I gotta get a job with no shareholders. That might be the move. Maybe.
Yeah, like our company.
Man, I gotta get a job with some money. Unlike our company. I was checking our shit. We do have like 20 sales. That's pretty big. 20
Oh, it went up?
MFers. Well, yeah, because I was like, I wonder what the numbers are. 20
Yeah.
MFers supporting our
So it's
dream.
over $100 now?
No, because of Steam's cut.
Oh, then it hasn't gone up at all. Yeah.
Oh, shit. It's like 80 bucks.
Big.
$82. Yeah, they don't deliver out till
At the big 100 or whatever.
until $100.
Yeah, you know what? Could just meet
I think
more
our next
people and be
update
like,
will
hey,
do
buy my effing game, brother.
No,
If you're a
I'm
real
trying
friend,
to
you'll
hold a
buy this
meeting.
game.
I think the problem. I think the big thing is about games about is marketing. No.
We're doing no marketing, by the way. Like, obviously. But
I will die on this hill. There's nothing to market in our game.
there's shit to market.
Objectively, no offense, no offense. it does not look good.
If I logged in, I could market shit.
You
but
can't. It's not that I'm not saying you can't market. Like that's not my. That wasn't my thing. I'm saying that there's nothing to market.
No, I meant like development. Literally all the shit that I develop, you could technically turn into a video and then market. I just don't. I just don't do that. You know.
That's fine. You don't have to do that. Because this is not that game. Again. This is you have to realize how to fold them. Like this is what I'm trying. Like that's what
I'm just saying. Like you know the Mega Bonk dev, and I didn't even know who the dev was. Turns out it's a dude I've been watching on YouTube for like years.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
His name is Danny. He usually makes like BS little fun projects, right?
Yeah.
And I think his main channel is called like Danny Dev. And then the channel he made for the game is just that in reverse. And also he just doesn't acknowledge that he's the same guy, which is really funny, I guess.
I love that. That is the best.
He's just a guy. He's just a guy making this fun little game, and he's putting like YouTube shorts out and shit like that, you know?
I'll say that, like, I think, again, like the next game, that's what we keep art style simple. We keep it not recognizable, but like we keep it easy to do so we can use it for marketing. Like again, there's a lot of the game, and for her first attempt, like she did great. You know, like for someone that has never done art, I think like Denise's work was amazing. It's just there's also like from a feature point of view, we're not doing anything different. But from an art point of view, the game it's not sellable in the marketing sense. You know, like. But it is sellable in the game. Like it comes together, but the first barrier is always going to be art style. You know.
I mean, you can look at Mega Box not even that good of art style.
Yeah, but it's goofy looking right from the game. But it's unique. Name another game that looks like that, bro.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Many games look like that, no?
Are there? Like low poly type games?
Yeah, but low poly where the first like thing is a monkey riding a banana. Or a skeleton riding a sword.
That wasn't like the first thing, but it's up there.
Yeah, but isn't that's probably the thing that a lot of people want, like playing the game, all right? Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like there has to be, like it has to be like the art is the easy way to market. You know, good art. A lot of games you guys have probably seen have good art and no gameplay, and they still sell well. You know, just because they look good. But there is, and like the Mega Bonk / Vampire Survivors method of marketing, which is your gameplay is unique enough that, you know, like but the art has to still bring people in, you know, like Mega Bonk art was funky enough that people would still watch the video. You know, when you saw the Funky Kong monkey with a bandana and the thing, like that's what made me click to even watch the YouTube show. You know, I'm not gonna click on like just a random video just to watch it. I know I'm not the base consumer, but I'm also not that far of a deviation from like the normal consumer. Like I'm like, oh shit, this monkey has a bandana and it's low poly. What's this game about? You know? Oh, this game's about. It's a Vampire Survivors game where you could be a skeleton that rides your sword.
Yeah,
I'm sold. You know, like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like you have to like I don't know. Like you still have to like have some kind of like immediate grab feature on the screen, like the static screenshot. You know, you have to have some kind of like something, like whether it be a static screenshot of like I don't know, like just recognizable stuff. You know. So. But you're right, like one of the other methods is what you're talking about, which is development videos, you know, like that really works, you know, and I think that is one of those things where, again, if we like strategically think about it, for the next game, we could actually plan it out, you know, where if you don't want to talk, or we could do like a Q&A type stuff, where we actually have like a script ready and all that type of stuff, and we do like episodes of like this part of development, because that does get views, you know, or it could just be you could have like that could be like short videos that we put out content, like curated content, but then we can have like raw content of like you just developing like you did in Steam or Twitch when we were making this game like early on, right? So yeah, no, it is marketing, but you need something to market, which nothing wrong with it. Like again, because it was a learning game, there's just nothing to market in the game that we're making currently. That's why I keep saying like I want to like yeah, it's not costing us money, but the time investment as well. Like if we could like start from like knowing this from the start of the game would have been better. And we do know this now. At least I know this
I'm
now.
at the bridge,
So,
Levine. I don't know how Zane got
you know, like
across.
it's
Rippers have definitely messed
like
with
for the next project that we do, then we can actually implement these like things I'm talking about from the beginning, rather than near the end or after 2 years. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I keep saying like, you know, February cut off, and then we'll start fresh because we have. At least I learned a lot. Again, I'll speak for myself. I don't know about. I'm not gonna say that you guys didn't learn a lot, but I'm not gonna say that like. I'm not gonna comment on your learning. That just seems weird. So.
Yeah.
But like for me, project management, like there is a lot of things I picked up, and I think I can actually like make it like it'll be a tangible difference going forward.
Make them piss themselves.
But yeah. Yeah, I got, but we'll figure out it. Like you know, once the game goes big, we'll start getting AI to make our games, and then. We'll just fucking retire. Nah, I don't think so. I think if we ever make it big, I do want to sell out slightly so we have like a safe amount of money, and then I want to just work on passion projects for the rest of my life. Yeah, I want to do the Daniel Radcliffe arc. If you don't know who that is, that's Harry Potter. Where
most recognizable actor you might have ever heard of.
Yeah, whoever hasn't watched Lord of the Rings is gonna talk about the most recognizable actor. Okay?
He's in Harry Potter. Mr. Potter, come on now.
But he obviously made bank off of Harry Potter. And now he just does funny, funky movies that he wants to do. So
true. Guns Akimbo, pretty good, from what I remember.
Yeah, what the hell
he's got guns stapled to his hand or some shit.
Didn't he do the movie where he's like a dead guy, and then the guy has to use like his body to what's that called?
Now for the other.
Don't think I've
seen
the
name of it. Like he is like him and his friend go out camping, and he is dead. So then his friend has to use his body as like a tool and all that type of stuff to like get around and survive. And then he did A Woman in the Black. Like that was a great adaptation. Like he was really good in that. I'm not saying like you know like that's like a no, that is a niche movie to do. So
is it the one where which is the one where he's a goat man?
I think that is called Antlers, if I'm not wrong.
Makes sense.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
Is he producing these one, or are you just gonna pass the script?
This is in there.
I think he just takes like not a big salary, if any salary at all. So then but then you can use his name to be like, oh, you know, in this movie Daniel Radcliffe's in it. So
big old Danny or yeah.
That's how I kind of want to be. Like once we get like a safe amount of money, we just make funky little games.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are we going? I don't get this, man.
A lot of it is we just gotta make a lot of games. We gotta be consistent with doing stuff.
Yeah,
it's just hard to do with like a real, you know, day job type shit.
Job, yeah. That's another reason why I wanted to be like, quote unquote, like you know it's weird. It is like kind of flooding the field type of effect. You know, you really do need to, like as you mentioned, not like put out shit, but you do need to be consistent in it, and you do need to have like proper releases. They don't have to be like 10 out of 10s, but you like it's better to I think put out like. No, I'll take that back. It's not true anymore. I think
put out something.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say it's better to put out like 3 7 out of 10s a year than 1 10 out of 10 every 3 years. I don't believe that.
Like a 10 out of 10 game or 10 out of 10 update about a game.
Game.
I think you can get multiple like good games if you just keep them small, which is what we're not good at yet. But again,
that's
time.
I'm getting better at that. I will scope out better. Trust me. Now I know. So.
Like I don't even know what what would a smaller version of our current game be like? Probably like one map.
One map, one boss, like
maybe like 8
10
guys.
followers.
8
guys or 10,
no,
and then you would limit it to 4 people. So you have some
yeah, like 3 or 4 people, yeah.
No rogue library, like type
yeah, none of the library.
No like progression library. Yeah. You probably don't even want passives, you know, cut passives out of it, just focus on the uniqueness of survivors and giving them abilities. Like, I think you go 10 guys, you go no passives, you go maybe 2 or 3 different characters, like start like your characters, but then out of the 10 guys, you give them maybe like a little bit more variety in terms of level ups, you know? Like, you add the depth in... You do less and more depth. I think we went the other way, which is...
We have a lot of shit, but not much depth. Yeah, I see that.
Much, yeah. I think I want to make games that are... And again, this is... Kind of was my intention going into it, but it kind of got lost. But I want to make games that are depth-filled, but less... Like, it doesn't have to be depth over 100 pieces of content, but like it could be... Because it's not... We don't have the team or the structure to do that. But, like, we're not GTA. But,
I mean, think of some shit like Isaac, man. They got
yeah, but that's a
of items. Not, yeah, it did take a long time. I guess they know. Like,
what was the base Isaac?
Base Isaac, I think well, because I didn't play Flash or whatever, right? The earliest I played. Do I own Flash? I might. I think I owned just Binding of Isaac, but it was like it did have multiple characters. I'm pretty sure you still fought at least Mom and maybe Deeper, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of ass at it, especially the older one. I think the older one was more difficult as well.
Yeah, it 100% was.
Actually, no, it definitely did go to the chest or like the other place. That was classic.
I think older Isaac. No, yeah, I think I've seen clips of NL play it. Oh crap! Give me 1 second, sorry.
Hunter! Hey! It's Quint! Help me with these jerks, okay?
I can bump that out.
Where the hell is Quint? Is he here?
I'm 32 feet away from it.
I think you're not wrong. We could have done that, but I think if we wanted to go that route, it shouldn't have been so many mechanics as well to start off with. If that makes sense.
I guess, yeah.
Like I don't say like again. I'm not gonna say that this was again like in my mind it was a success even with how much money was spent over this. I mean we got to the extra experience and things like what am I thinking about? Like the Edmonton stuff that we went to.
Yeah,
I forgot what they're called. What's
Game Con?
Yes, game cons, like managing game cons, how to talk to people and all that. Like, for me, like again, those things are valuable skills, you know. Like, and someone in our group does need to do it, you know. And I'm not gonna force people to do things that they're not excited about doing. So, you know, and we all have our abilities in that, right? Like, if we want to talk about like, you know, like I can talk more about the marketing side of it, like what is this game, like the creative side of it, and if you do feel like talking, you know, you guys could go into the technical aspects of it, right? If questions like those arise, which they did sometimes, right? Like how do we do this? How do we do that? You know, people were intrigued by that, which you pointed out. So, you know, it does work that way. We know our strengths now, we know our weaknesses, and we know like where to refine things or keep learning. Like, am I gonna say like our next game I'm gonna be perfect at like management? Like, not at all. Like it's still gonna be like learning curves and all that type of stuff, but like I said, it's gonna be definitely better. Like in terms of like that scope document that you found online, like actually filling that out, keeping like the scope in hand, like knowing what is required. Like, is, for example, a deep soundtrack required for what we're considering our second game? No. Like, just because it would be a cool feature, you know, it's funny, I used to play, like, I love playing those games, like the game dev tycoon games, you know, and in those there are features that are considered, like, good for your game, like there are, you know, that add points to your final score. There are features that are considered like neutral and features that are considered bad. Yeah. And I just do the hit all, you know, like who would complain about more features? As a consumer, I'm like, you know, I'm like, okay, well, it is annoying when there aren't features in a game, sometimes, but then I'm also like, some games, I'm like, why is this a thing? You know, why does this game have this? You know? Like, I'm not ever complaining about Balatro only having ever one soundtrack. If that makes sense.
Kind of bangs, yeah.
That's what I mean, you know. But now as a developer, I'm like, oh shit, like obviously in the game it adds like development time, but that's artificial, it's not real. You know, these are zeros and ones to me, right? I don't care like what time these guys end their virtual day at. But like now that we are developing a game, I'm like, yeah, like does our game really need a unique soundtrack for each boss? Like was that really a thing? Like is it a nice thing to have? 100%. I'm not denying it's a great thing to do, but is that a thing from a developmental point for our team and everything that we needed? I don't think so. Now that I think about it, and it's not even because the quality was bad. It's just like it's so over the top that we didn't need it, you know. And like I'll balance it out. Did we need 28 followers? Not at all. You know, I did go crazy with that a little bit. Did we need like 8 families and like 8 final bosses? Probably not. You know. But like these are the things that like I didn't. You think more is better, but I think it is just falls under the idea of which is weird. Like as a when you're playing a game, like we complain about games having no depth as well. You know, like. As someone that plays games, but then when you're developing it, it never crossed my mind once to be like small scope but more depth rather than just adding it. If that makes sense.
I think when we complain about depth, it's because also like in relation to the price, right? Like
yes.
If you buy like an $80 game and there's no depth, like you're gonna be annoyed, right? But
yeah, like
a $5 game, you can have pretty minimal depth and still be like, holy shit.
But that's the thing though. I think at the end of it, it's about depth more rather than features, is what I learned in this game. Like, having, it's a weird way to describe it, but like having, let's say, 3 features that are minimally, like for a $5 game, right? Yeah. Having 3 features that are scoped properly in depth versus having, like, 10 features that are still undercooked in terms of depth is still bad, if that makes sense. You know, like even for a $5 game, you know, like if I spend $5 on a game, I still would like it to have some kind of quote unquote game to it. Like our game has game to it, if that isn't confusing as a statement. But is that gameplay intriguing enough? I don't know if it is, you know. I don't, and a lot of it is just me. Like I know I've been signing off on the features and saying what we should and shouldn't have, but like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I learned that in this thing is like, would it have been better to just focus on like 3 things, but like really scope them out well and like flesh them out, or was it like definitely better than what we did this time, which is you know, having like bunch of features, but none of them they're all surface level. You know, like the ascension system. Like, think of how much cooler like it's weird. I'm already like I have done retrospection on our game, and this is not to point fault at anyone. Like more so on the things I did. But when I think about the game, I'm like, what would have been better? And I already know the answer, but like I was thinking, like, what would have been better if there was 10 followers with 4 ascensions each. Now I know that sounds crazy, but like to do 4 ascensions each for 10 followers would be actually even more doable than to do 2 ascensions over 28 followers. You know. So when I think about that, and I know the answer to me, the correct answer to me is that 10 followers, 4 ascensions each would have been not only easier in terms of time commitment, but it actually would have been more intriguing as a gameplay option, at least to me. You know, like you're not like artificially inflating it. You could come up with more creative things because you're not like trying to do, like the creativity of one character stays within itself rather than spread out over 28 characters. So you're not trying to stretch out character, like traditional character abilities over 28 characters. You can confine them within 10. So you can come up with 10, like 4 good ascensions, if that sentence made any sense. So,
yeah, for like 10 people, yeah.
Yeah, but if you have 28 characters, now you gotta like figure out 28 defining unique abilities, you know, and then on top of that, come up with 2 ascensions per unique ability. So, yeah, no, like I've done retrospection, even the backgrounds, you know, like I actually love I know at the end of the day the backgrounds is just, as people call it, different. Like the one thing I will not complain about is and I think this is what I want to carry forward is how much we tied in. Like I think we did a good job with this. I think how much we tied in the theme and the thematicness throughout the game. You know, like the whole thing about it being backgrounds and not different characters, because you're only really one character, but he or she could come from different backgrounds. You know,
Yeah.
that influencing what. Yeah, exactly, basically, yeah. You know, even with the idea of like perks and all that, like being, I know small things, like, but these are small, like this is the thing I learned, like small things like this. I mean, it's not like our sales speak for it, but I think they do matter once. I think like if you actually had sales on this, but small things like calling our passives like lessons and doctrines, you know, based on our theme of the game.
Yeah.
Like those type of things, like that is like a positive learning. But there are like many things like okay, well backgrounds as well. Like would it have been good to have, you know, maybe only 3 backgrounds and have like just insanely broken ones. Like have basic background and like, you know, or a background per type of weapon type, you know. There's like a lot of things I learned, like I said, through this game. So
I mean, if we did cut
like,
out a lot of followers, we would have more ability to make some of the followers better, right? Like for example, if there's only one explosive follower, like 4 Ascendants could just be it's different. The other ones that we didn't put in, you know?
Different pads, yeah. No, 100%, 100%. Like I think like those are things that when I first started developing it, I didn't cross my mind, and I think it obviously came out to the idea that more is better. You know, I think. You know, like all that, and this is where I like, which is weird because I always am about the theory of like, if you spend like, I'm not the dollar per hour guy at all. Like I think that's like a bad way to judge games. Like there are games that I have like 100 hours in that I will say are not as good as games that have like 10 hours in.
Yeah.
You know, but like on completionist, like and for both.
Yeah.
You know, like. It just because a game has content doesn't necessarily make it better, you know, or deserving of a high price, you know. But I guess in the back of my mind, that's what I really did think it was, which is it's easier to convince people if our game has a lot of content. But yeah, no, I don't think that's the case at all. Like our game, I'm not saying our game should have no content. Like it should have content, but it needs to have content that actually is built out rather than just like added in, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm you're gonna call me a shill, I get it, but like for me, Pal World is like the biggest example of this. I'm not comparing it to Pokemon. Like I get that Pokemon is shallow too, but like Pal World is a lot of ideas done very surface level. That's why I got bored of it, and I have not gone back to it at all. Because so much of that game is just a bunch of ideas. Like every major idea in gaming in the last 5 years is in that game, but there's nothing interesting about them. You know, there's very basic level base building, there's very basic level like monster capturing, there's basic combat into it, you know, like there's no actual like, this is my opinion on it. I'm not saying,
I think it's up to like the next generation of games that come after this to like improve it then, right? But like
in what sense?
Like this one does combine a lot of genres, right? And I think that was enough to make it like a good game, right? But like depth probably won't be from these guys then, right? You might have a game that cuts back on some things but like does them better, you know?
But that's what I mean, right? Like that's what I was kind of illustrating. Like I said, like it is my opinion. At the end of the day, I don't think Power World was a waste of money. You know, the older I get, the more I am getting to the point where, you know, when I think NL said it, and I thought it was kind of stupid. It was like he never returns games, you know, unless it's like truly broken. And I'm getting to that point where I'm like, is this game really worth returning? You know, like even if it's not playable, like wait, let me rephrase it. When I say not playable, I don't mean like literally not playable. There are games that I've bought that are just not playable in the sense of they don't run. You know, that I'm not saying are not returnable. But I'm talking more about games that I'm like, okay, I got like, I like 60 minutes in, so it is within the window, and I'm like, okay, there's like nothing to it really. Pal World, obviously I got more than 60 minutes into it, like 100%, but I don't know, I don't agree with that point just because it combined a lot of things. It's necessarily a new game or a new genre. Like again, like for example, like Vampire Survivors to me, which I know is not a hot take, but maybe some people might consider a hot take. Like Vampire Survivors to me is a significantly better game than Palworld, you know, and I don't like the actual amount of content in Vampire Survivors. Obviously, there's more content now, but did you play it on launch ever?
Yeah, I did. Like day one.
Like, you know how limited the content was? There was like maybe 2 maps and like 6 guys, and there was like no actual like pads or anything. But I'll vouch for. Say that again, sorry.
Was there in Power? I thought they just.
No, in Power, in Vampire Survivors.
Oh, in Vampire, never mind. No, I didn't play that on launch. I don't think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in launch, they had like maybe 4 characters that you could cycle through.
And that was their full like release, not early access, right?
It was early access, but I mean, isn't Palworld claiming to be an early access?
Is it?
Was it? I don't think it was.
I think Palworld is. I mean, technically done, right? But they do add like big content updates.
I thought Palworld is actually has the early access tag to it.
I can check. Give me a second.
Again, this isn't me shitting on Palworld, all right? At the end of the day, Palworld it's one of the games of all time, all right?
So I think the pricing features is the price increase.
Oh, it is. It is early access. Look at that.
Oh,
yeah. So my point is, like, I think, like, again, the big takeaway from that, and I think, like, working on a game, even though I knew it as a consumer, but working on a game now, it's like, okay, well, can we work on a game that has many ideas in it? Yeah, 100% we can work it. But should we work on it? Only if we know that the ideas that we're implementing in that game will be fleshed out enough to be considered system of a game. Yeah. You know, we can't just be saying that this game will have, like, I'll go so far as saying, like, okay, let's say they decide to have a day and night cycle in our game, for whatever game we make. Like, my question is why? Like, what is the day and night cycle adding? Now, is it adding, are we okay with just saying it's adding atmosphere? I'm 100% okay with that. But then like, the surrounding part of the game has to be good enough to justify adding a day-night cycle just for atmosphere. Now, is our game adding a day-night cycle because you can do different things during the day and night? That's enough of a reason to add a day-night cycle. Yeah. And this is in the context of our team. I'm not talking about gaming in general. Like, I know there are some companies that can probably put this in and not have to worry about these type of conversations, but like we have to. We're a team of, well, 2 really, but you know, maybe if you get big enough, Gary can join more seriously. But yeah, like I think it's a real like conversation. Like, okay, well, like, is this worth adding? And if it is worth adding, why are we adding it? Like, what does it actually benefit? Like,
looking at the,
like, some people,
what's it called, the opportunity cost of the shit.
Well, you know, hey, look at that, it's being like an economist. But
yeah, I remember I took like 1 level of that shit. I got the basics.
But yeah.
Yeah, like what could we add instead versus like the time we're about to spend on this shit.
Well, that's like, I think even looking at it from a developer point of view, I'm talking even like a little bit further of like as a game. I guess you're not wrong. I think at the end of the day, it does come down
like
to
the
that
value
point of view,
is just in terms of like, is this fun kind of thing, right?
Exactly. I think that's the thing. Like, do I find some of the features in our game fun? I'm gonna be blunt. Like, they're my features. Like, I'm not blaming anyone. No, I
think the Ascensions
don't.
are fun though.
I think the idea of Ascensions is fun. Is the way is implemented fun. I could have implemented it so much more better. Like, I do want to take a second stab at this game in the future, like Founders, like in like almost like a Risk of Rain type of way, not like with updated graphics or anything, but just like once you have actual ability and like knowledge and all that type of stuff. Like, now that I do, because there is so much more I would do different. But not even in the feature. There's no features I would do differently. I would just maybe do features more with depth, and then cut out something so we can work on certain things a bit more. You know. But yeah, there's a lot of fun ideas in it. There's not a lot of fun execution in the game. Like, not in the killing way. Like, you know. But that was my kind of like lessons learned from the game. Again, I know it's weird to say that when we're still developing it, but it was like a lot of thought process of like, okay, like what I set out to do, I did accomplish, which is learn. But there's a part of me that also, this is just me as a person. Unfortunately, I do this with everything. There's always a part of me that's always like, it could have been done so much better. Not by anyone on our team, but like by me. Like, and this isn't me covering for myself. Like, no, I gave direction, so like it could have been done much better by me. Like in terms of even the gameplay designing part of it and everything. So like that's why I'm like, okay, well, the fact that this is like, I guess, self, like kind of pat on the back, but the fact that I was able to recognize that is like kind of another big thing, because we have to take away, like, I don't know if that's a thing, I've heard of it, but like we do have to do like a deconstruction of our own product at the end of the day, and realize what was good and what wasn't. So
what the hell's it called? There was a name for it. I think you even used it.
There's a term for it.
Self-reflection, no?
Not reflection, but it is reflection. It's not the term I'm thinking of.
I think there is an actual
I think
term.
is what they call it.
Postmortem, yeah, like a postmortem report. Yeah.
When someone dies.
Yeah, like the
I think
died,
that's
brother.
the actual use for it.
when
but
it's
yeah,
ends.
or an analysis, you know, if you want to call it an analysis, you know, but it is. I think it's cool. Like, I still think it's one of the coolest shits I've ever done in like the last 5 years, which is make a game and put it on sale. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's just amazing to even think about. But I think it's only motivated me to.
Your dog's killing the freaking lemmy guy.
What?
Huh? Nah, it's chill. Don't worry.
Your dog, he's killing him. He's dying.
Bro, there ain't nothing I can do about the dog.
Yeah, Meffers, man. This is what people with pit bulls are like.
Holy shit, he freaking died, man. That's crazy.
He's talking. He's still talking somehow.
Oh, postmortem this.
I think it only triggers if you kill him, which is like you as in the person. But yeah, no, I think like it's only motivated me to do this right now, the next time. You know what I mean? Like there's a part of me where I'm like, okay, now I wanna do it right, because I do want to make it a career. I mean, I didn't expect our first game to go big. Like, don't get me wrong, I had no hope for that. But if we could flip this into like a real, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Keep the long way.
But you know, if before like 35, we could like turn this into like an actual career. Well, for you, Wonks, it's gonna be like in a couple of years, but for me, I got time, so.
Well, game is for 1 year difference.
Oh shit, I'm not that old. I'm not Unk or whatever.
You didn't see my post on Instagram, like,
brother. I'm limiting my Instagram time to like 15 minutes a day. Depends on which 15
don't use
minutes.
that 15 minutes to look, not see what I send, not send me stuff.
Yeah,
and
like, I'm doing neither.
What the hell, man? It's like using Unk as like the Japanese.
I did see that actually. That's the honor.
OG sensei.
Yeah. Alright,
I love it.
This is pretty good.
I'm gonna start using OG sensei. That shit kind of goes crazy. I think. It's insane, dude.
So many tunnels. It's like a
But yeah, no, you know, that's the only way to get out of AI, just to bring this whole conversation back, which is having our own company so we can set our own guidelines on this shit.
Yeah.
You get like a lot of AI stuff on Instagram Reels too now.
I think I banned a lot of accounts in the initial days where I think it knows that I don't want to see AI stuff.
Like I'll still get accounts where like the description is obviously AI generated and like usually not pertaining to the shit at all. I still send it or whatever if it's funny.
I thought you meant like actual AI content.
Oh no, I don't think I've seen any like actual AI generated shit. Maybe? I don't think I have.
Like Juck sent me like funny cat videos of that type of shit, you know, where it's like a cat doing dances and all that, but like
AI generated.
But at the same time, the AI like there was like that era like last year where it was like under every post was like the Mercedes 707 car, like, or the Mercedes GLX, like. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this video is about like making like a panini sandwich, bro.
I will say the AI era where presidents playing Minecraft, that was kind of fun.
That was the best,
like a
man.
week, sadly.
Technology only gets worse, man. That shit was so good. I remember like Trump and Biden and The Obama one. Also, how come no one's made an AI video of Trump giving Bubba a head yet?
Brother, it probably exists. The AI companies don't want you to see this. Also, no, hold up. If someone generates that, then when the real one comes up, we're gonna have problems.
Oh, you're right.
Is there a whole meme about that part? Him,
Yeah.
like Trump giving head to, or
Bill
was that
Clinton.
Biden? Yeah.
Not
Hillary,
Biden,
yeah,
not
Hillary's
Biden. That'd be
husband.
insane. What a twist.
It was also not to Hillary, it was to Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it,
yeah.
should've said
There's something in
Bill's a
common.
player, dude. Fucking head from Monica, probably from Hillary,
The
and also
headmaster,
Trump.
brother.
He is the headman. Don't put Nancy near him. Good thing she's dead. The throat goes
That's
with the
true.
goat throat.
Shit. Bars.
Yeah, yeah.
You're making my skin crawl.
That's like what the unstoppable force meets an unmovable object. Unmovable force meets an uncomfortable object. It's crazy, dude. Also, why did they just said he gave him head? Like, why though? I'm not saying every interaction has to be like a transaction, but like, did he like didn't even specify if he just gave it to him for fun?
You
Like,
gotta. That's what you gotta. That's what it's about.
OG
It's
sensei.
speculative.
Speaking of comms, did
Huh,
Quinn
it's
make it
crazy,
inside?
man.
I wanna know why Putin has the pictures. That's
Well, like I mean, he's
insane.
isn't he like the spy shit, right? That's like the traditional spy stuff.
Oh, you think that there was like a spy in the room and it wasn't actually Putin himself putting that shit on the
Yeah,
HP
no, like
cam?
someone's. Yeah, wait, how do you even get a picture of that, bro? Like, so they were like recording this shit. Like,
I
it was
did
like a
some-
Ray J Kim Kardashian sex tape.
It
Look,
leaked in the WhatsApp group chat.
that'd be that's some old head shit. Yeah.
Hello, new customer.
You think he got it while he was president? How much head did he get in the White House, bro? No wonder they called
I
it the
don't
White
think.
House.
I feel like it's more recent. I wouldn't. Maybe like more than 8 years ago though. I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
There's
think he's
no
like,
reason.
if you suck me off, I'll like endorse you for 2024?
Or I won't endorse my wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
could have done it. Or I will endorse her. I don't know. Whatever one.
Dude,
whichever
it's
one will.
insane. Like, this is like, Bill Clinton,
Membership with Delta.
younger than like both the last two presidents.
That is wild, man.
Subscription plan?
And he was a president at 40 years old. Like, just imagine, dude.
They don't make them like that, man, anymore.
No. Well, in Canada, we keep getting, like, we do make him like that, and they just end up being shit, you know? But,
Refinery. Some kind of base where Callis is stashing
Perhaps
He's-
true, I don't know
He's
about
happy. He's happy man in ours. Yeah, we know he's happy now.
Trudeau is that he's dating California girl. Insane, man. Like, that's wild. Okay, I actually had to stop at 9:45. This might be perfect spot to stop, actually. Check your vault cards before we go, I guess. Probably should have like a bunch of keys.
Ball card, look at that. Passing
I'm about to
the
level up.
experience. The hell's a wild horn? Oh, it's one of those like bull things, right?
Yeah.
He's buying. He's buying him. That's what's happening.
This
No, you get key if you get the things, you get tokens, which is right underneath the thing, like or tickets. Then you spend the tickets on the things you want. Yes, like there's
see
the
the legendary
legendary. You can
tokens.
only claim the legendaries once. I'm pretty sure.
aren't the legendaries? Their skins are real legendaries. I guess they're real.
The top ones are legendaries that you can actually get. The bottom ones are all skins, and like
You better wait till the end because you went to max level.
Skin max.
I don't think there's a max. Oh, like to claim it, probably. I
Your
would say so.
weapons.
Yeah, I mean I would claim the skins if you want.
I'll probably max it out. Whatever.
Yeah, I think they said. Oh yeah, there's no time limit on this, so.
I got a lot of these tokens, a lot of these tickets.
Ooh,
I'll have to buy 4 of these things.
overdrive. What? Anything other than a rank 3 hover drive? Okay, I guess. Paint job? No. Vehicle type. Yo!
Some good vehicle skins, man.
Yeah, I got the Frosty one. I'm just trying to pick a good car for it. Yo, the Fang Glider. Let's go.
How many body customizations, huh?
No, it's yeah, that's what people are saying. Like, I don't know why they haven't. I don't know if that's gonna be like a DLC thing, like the proper story DLC thing. But yeah, I don't know if they just forgot that they had this.
They forgot this whole menu exists. Possible.
Yeah. I guess it's a lot of work as well. Like, it's actual like model changes, right? So.
Some of them. I mean, like just recoloring some shit should be kind of easy.
There's custom colors. If you go to style.
Oh, I mean, yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Alright, anyways, I am gonna hop off now. Let me know when you guys are done customizing and stuff.
Yeah, hold up. Almost.
Yeah, take your time, no worries. We got movie next week, right? No, not next week, the week after.
The week after, yeah, I think.
Cloud.
I'll watch Sandro this week. See if it's good.
Oh, I guess you're right. That was technically a sequel. It should have never been allowed.
Well, no, I thought we were allowed one of a set, right?
I think you're only allowed the first. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sandro's second. Yeah,
Second?
I'm chill,
Yeah,
I'm chill.
yeah.
Whatever we watched was allowed.
I think as long as the movie is not meant to be like a literal like
a cliffhanger
sequel
type
bait.
situation.
Yeah. Like we can't recommend like Into the Spider-Verse because like the movie has like no definitive ending. Well,
cliffhanger.
yeah, the cliffhanger. Shamik Moore is a creep.
Yeah.
He's awkward, not a creep. Let me. No, he's a creep.
He's a creep, right? Confirmed, I think. Is that?
Yeah,
That's
he's
not
no. He hasn't like done it. I don't know. The girls probably find it creepy for sure. Yeah, he's
all
a
you
creep.
need to
then.
do to confirm it, yeah.
Yeah, confirmed creep.
Alright. Unfortunate, whatever.
My Spider-Man, he's washed.
True. Alright, see you guys Monday, I guess, right?
Monday, yeah. Yeah, I will talk to you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend, though.
You too. See ya.
Alright, bye guys.
Peace.